Hello everybody. Well, today I'm going to try removing some grips. I have these grips on my clubs right now. I actually purchased these guys. So I have a mid-side Golf Pride, what do they call the Alighn Plus Fours. And now I'm switching over to a Plus Four MCC Jumbo. So I'm getting a much bigger grip. What I want to do is save these grips because they're actually in good shape still, and I'm going to actually transplant them to my son's clubs. So what I have here is just a regular paint tray. This is a grip removal tool. So this grip removal tool, what you do, you actually slide it in here, and then you have some solvent. So basically this is grip solvent, which is really mineral spirits. So I just buy a gallon of mineral spirits and keep filling this little puppy up. So let's try this. This is going to be the first time using this tool. I just got it today. So what you do is pry this back just a little bit. Get this grip tool started in here. Okay, and there's actually a little channel right over here. So what to do is just drop a little grip solvent in there. And then just work it down. And what you do is just spin it. You don't want to put too much pressure on it because you don't want to rip the grip. So let's try it again. Let's tilt this back. Might be a little better getting it in there. Okay, that was a little better. So again, what you do is actually spin and push. And you can see that thing's working its way down. I'm going to throw a little more solvent in here. What that solvent will do will break the adhesion from the tape to the grip. There we go. I was wondering how everybody spins it so well. You actually grab the club head. Again, we'll throw a little more solvent down in there. And again, just keep spinning and pushing a little bit. Hopefully like one more shot of solvent should do the job. Let it sit down there. And then we're just spinning and pushing. Okay, we're going to give it one more squirt of solvent. Let it work its way in. That should be all the way down the bottom now. Now this is the part where when you have arthritic hands is the problem. May not be strong enough to pull this off. Okay, so I got that pulled out. Now I'm going to try something different over here. I'm going to actually get this little puppy on the clamp. Okay, so I got the clamp. Now let's just see if I can pull this right off. There you go. And it's that simple. And I saved the grip. So, again, this tool's probably like, I think it was like 15 bucks maybe on Amazon. So that, a little bit of grip solvent. Like I say, now this is actually ready for me to put the new grip on it. It's that simple. Okay, so now that you saw how we removed that old grip, now we're going to put a new grip on here. So, a couple of things you'll need. Bench vise. You got a rubber clamp here for the shafts. Heat gun. Knife. We're going to use the same solvent we saw earlier. Towel. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this club on the clamp over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up how I want my grip to sit. So I get the face to where I want it to be. Next thing I do, get the heat gun. Do is just make a couple of passes with it. All you want to do is you don't want to melt the tape, you just want to loosen up the adhesive. And remember, these are I have graphite shafts, so you definitely don't want to burn the shafts. So then what I do, I get the knife here, give it just a slight score. And then what you do is just peel it off. This may take a couple of minutes because sometimes it breaks in pieces, sometimes it comes off clean. By heating it up, like I said, it makes the adhesive a lot softer, so a little easier to take off. What I like about being able to grip my own clubs is I don't have to drop them off somewhere and leave them for any amount of time. I can just do them like now. It's nighttime. I'll have them. I can do these tonight. It won't take me that long to do, and I'll have my clubs ready to use tomorrow morning if I need them. Realistically, depending on how much solvent you put on, you can use them in a couple of hours. So keep a little barrel over here. I can still feel a little tape on the bottom here. Just trying to get it all off. Okay, got it all. The other thing nice to do, you can get just a little solvent, put it on the towel, because if you could still feel some of that adhesive, that'll just take it off. Just give it a second to dry. Then there's a couple of different ways. I actually just picked this up, I haven't even used it yet. So you got tape dispenser for double-sided tape, and what I have was these little strips here. So these are double-sided tape. So what to do with this, peel off half of the tape, right in here. Overlap the end of the club by about a half an inch. Wrap it around. Then what to do is peel the backing of it off. Just continue to wrap it around as smooth as possible. And then the end, just twist it so that it blocks that hole. You don't want to get any moisture getting inside the club, or inside the shaft, I should say. Okay, one thing I need is I have this little catch bucket that I throw underneath. So that way if the solvent falls, it goes back into that bucket. And I can actually reuse it again. So then you get your grip. Just rip that little piece of plastic off the end. There's a hole in the bottom. Put your finger over the hole. Throw a little solvent in there just to give it a quick squeeze. Shake it up because you want to work it all around the inside of that grip. Then once you let go of that tip, it gets nice and lubricated. Line up your grip. So there's the Golf Pride logo. Get it on top and just slide it into place. Don't stop. And then just align it. Make sure it's aligned to the face like you like it. Take it off of here. Give it a quick tap. Okay, just want to twist that a little bit more. So I'm just going to put it in here. While it's still wet, you can do this. Again, tap it. Look down. There's actually some dashes in the back here too. So what you want to do is just make sure that those line up right. Then just get the towel, wipe off any of the excess. And that's it, you're done. And that's how easy it is to do your grips. And I've done literally hundreds of them now, just for myself. I don't do them for anybody else, but I like to change my grips like every year. That's why it's January, so it's time for new grips. Even though the other ones, like I say, still have a lot of life left in them, I'm going to change them. What I'm going to do though, because I'm switching over to this jumbo size, I'm going to do 2 of my wedges and make sure that I like them. Because I want to make sure that they, you know, that I can roll my hands and do everything I need to do with my clubs. So I'm going to do 1 more club, test them out tomorrow, and then if I like them, I'll do the rest of them tomorrow night. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it's pretty easy to do. The clamp, I think when I bought it, you know, the vice, the bench vice clamp, I think it was like about 40-50 bucks. The other tools, like, not expensive at all. So like probably for $100 worth of tools, you can do your own forever and ever, because I think most places charge like $4 now per grip to install them. And like I say, it's very, very easy to do. Okay. Again, hope you like this video. If you do, please like, subscribe, and share.